Hey guys, here's Torsten, and today I'm gonna give you my review of the single player for the new Doom. This is one of my most anticipated games for 2016. After playing the beta, I was a little bit concerned, but after playing the final version, the single player for around 10 hours, I have to tell you, this is probably the best run and gun game I have ever played. Everything that fans remember from the old Doom from back in the days is in the new Doom, and a lot of things that we had to fill out with our imagination because of the restricted graphics is displayed in its full graphical glory in the new Doom. Right after the game starts, it's very clear that it stays very closely to its roots. There's no Shakespearean story awaiting you. It's right into the action. You're gonna get your pistol, you're gonna get your shotgun, you're gonna get your armor, and you gotta stop the demonic invasion. No questions asked. The PC version of the game offers a wide range of graphical settings that lets you crank out the most out of your gaming beast, from ultra widescreen support, 144Hz, and all the nice settings that make the textures look perfectly. They are all on deck. Also, the game mechanics have been upgraded big time. Firstly, we got the glory kills. You can melee enemies after they have been damaged to a certain degree, after which they will drop energy that will replenish your health. Also, Doom introduced a double jump, which I will show you later in the footage. The double jump is an item that you will get later in the game, which will make it possible to jump again in mid-air. This increases the vertical dimensions of the game drastically. The only negative thing you could say about the new Doom is the very repetitive mission design. The short run and gun clip you just saw is a very good example of that. You basically come into a room, rip out the demonic heart of a machinery looking thing, or destroy an item, after which hordes of demons will appear, which you all have to gun down, and then the mission marker will bring you to the next area where you basically have to do the same thing again. And although Doom fans will not expect an intricate story, a more diverse mission pattern would have really propelled the game to the next level. But this really doesn't take anything away from the new Doom. The graphical fidelity of the level design really adds to the feeling while running on the surface of Mars that we are unwelcome in an alien world that has been infiltrated by the hordes of hell. The game also features a cool range of rock, metal soundtracks that really bring us back to the feeling of the old Doom or Quake 2, which I think we can all agree is never a bad thing. For the difficulty setting, I actually chose Hurt Me Plenty for my first playthrough, and actually, while it's not too demanding for advanced FPS shooters, I think the difficulty level is really nice. It's an enjoyable playthrough. The enemies become tougher after a while, but it never comes to the point where it actually feels unfair. Honestly, I was actually hoping a little bit that the new Doom might introduce the strafe jumping mechanics of Quake, but after playing the beta, it was already clear that this wouldn't be the case. And actually, because of the way the levels are designed in the new game, you basically come into a bigger area that is filled with loads of enemies. There's not so much need for moving at a super high pace. So for the single player, it really doesn't take much away from the gameplay. And the enemies that are greeting us, it's nice to see that some old enemies are back. The floating beholder, the skeleton with rockets on the shoulder. It really adds up all to a perfect Doom experience after all those years. Alright guys, and this brings me to my final score for the new Doom. And before I'm gonna give you my final mark, let me introduce you to my rating system, because this is the first review I'm doing on my channel. And basically the rating system will be from 1 to 10. 1 being the lowest for the worst games, and 10 being the highest mark for the best of the best. There will be only full numbers. There will not be something like a 9.5, and the reason for that is actually that I think that a rating for a game is something very, very subjective and should only be considered to be a rough guideline if a game might be something for you, or if it's really too crappy and is rather a waste of your time. please don't be discouraged to buy a game. I know games are not super cheap, and you want to only buy the games that are really worth your time, but don't be discouraged to buy a game because I'm giving it a 7 instead of an 8 you were hoping for. So my final rating for Doom will be an 8. The reason for that is that I think it captures the atmosphere of the old Doom, the graphics are incredible, and the gaming mechanics have been improved big time. On the flip side, I would have wished for a little bit more story, and the mission design is a little bit too repetitive. But all in all, this is one of the best Dooms, if not the best Doom that has ever been released. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this review. Please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. And I hope I'm gonna see you in my next video. Have a good one, guys.